Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 12 of Feed the Beast Unstable. Hooray! In this episode, we are going to be doing a little bit of Thaumcraft and fusion crafting, and we're going to take a look at how we go about squishing down all that Essentia into something that we can actually use. Essentia Distillation, as it has known to be called. The first thing I actually wanted to do, though, is get a little bit prepared to create the items I wanted to create. Now, I mentioned in the previous episode, and that you can probably see in my empty inventory bars down here, I don't have a shovel or an axe at the moment. I figured it would be a pretty good idea to maybe make the ones from Thaumcraft. It's something I really rarely ever do anymore because I usually just stick to my Tinker's tools, but I ended up losing my Tinker's tools thanks to the Graves mod, so I figured, hey, why not make myself an axe of the stream and a shovel of the earth mover. They actually do some really, really cool stuff. And I was like, you know, screw it. Let's make it. Let's do this. However, we need to do a little bit of prep work before we can actually get that going, some of which I've already started. But I wanted to actually make some thaumium ingots. Now, making thaumium ingots actually got way easier than it was in Thaumcraft 4. It was way more complicated than this. You needed quite a few different aspects in order to get just the one fucking ingot. It was a little bit much, I'm going to be honest. However, I have discovered that not only is it a lot easier now, you can do it all with no loss using chiseled stone bricks. Oh yeah. So it's 2 per thaumium ingot. Let me double check to make sure. Yeah. Yeah. So it's 2 per thaumium ingot. So you want 2 chiseled stone blocks, and 1 iron ingot will get you 1 thaumium ingot. So I actually need to make more of these because I want to make about 10 thaumium ingots, so I want 20 chiseled sandstone. Oh, I need more. Great. I've actually been using quite a bit of stone. I've found that doing blood magic and all this stuff and wanting my house to be pretty, I've actually found myself constantly smelting up cobblestone, so it might be something I want to take care of in the future. Automate the production of stone. Alright, so I'll leave that in there. We can go over there and take care of this. And I can also show off a little bit, you can actually see a little bit of what I've been doing off camera. I went ahead and got some of the Thaumcraft Essentia Distillation stuff kind of set up already. These are all things that we've seen in the past in Thaumcraft 4, and I think 4 was when this was originally, the Essentia Smeltery was originally added. Now, I don't believe it was called the Essentia Smeltery. I forget what it was called, I'm sorry. Maybe it was the Arcane something else. But anyway, Arcane Workbench, or the Essentia Smeltery, I should say, is what we have sitting right here. It's pretty easy to make, doesn't require too much, and on top of it, I have 3 Arcane Alembics. Again, same exact items, or blocks from Thaumcraft 4, just updated textures that kind of match the sort of steampunky, kind of magical atmosphere that Aznor is going for with Thaumcraft 5. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. But we're not going to mess with this stuff yet. We need to make ourselves some thaumium ingots, which again has gotten much, much easier. I should say though, if you are not super experienced with Thaumcraft, you know that it's not a good idea to just go ahead and dump all this stuff in here, like the entire stack. Because I mean, this thing does fill up. Plus, it's almost out of water, so I'm just going to kind of do it one at a time to make sure that there are no issues, because again, taint is a thing, and flux is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Especially right now, in the current iteration of Thaumcraft 5. Alright. Let's get a little ballsy. Let's do double. Oh yeah! Only thing I'm worried about is running out of water, because I found if you run out of water in the middle of crafting stuff, it just kind of eats those aspects. You don't really get that stuff back, even though it's like sitting in there. But anyway, it might just be a bug. Whoops. Yeah, forgot. Got to draw. Got to pull from the middle, because there is actually something good down there, making it infinite. All right, so those, which I missed. Oh, I wonder if you take damage from standing on this. Ah, all right. I guess you have to stand in it. Well, that's cool. I'm down with that change. It used to be actually really finicky. There we go. Nice. So we have our 12 thaumium ingots. This is more than what I like. It's more than what I wanted to make, but it's fine because it's always a good idea to have a few extra. But I need some sticks. So like I said, I wanted to make the axe, and I wanted to go ahead and make the shovel. I thought about making the hoe, and I still might make the hoe, but I'm not super worried about it. I was kind of using my Sigil of the Green Grove from Blood Magic for hoe purposes, but I ended up losing that. Again, thanks to the Graves mod. I don't want to complain about the Graves mod too much because a lot of the bugs that I'm experiencing have been fixed, but I don't know. Again, if you're someone who watches my content frequently, you'll know that I am not a fan of gravestone mods or mods that do that type of thing. Like, it's cool and I love it. Like, it's amazing to not have to worry about losing your inventory when you die, but you still kind of worry about your inventory when you die because you don't know if that mod's going to like bug out or whatever else. I had this issue a lot with the corpses mod from Departed, but no matter. That's not the focus of today's efforts. So anyway, if we take a look back into Thaumonomicon, we'll know that there is actually a couple steps that we need to do before we can make these. We need to get our infusion crafting going, and that means making sure that our infusion altar has access to aqua and herba. So before we mess around with this, we need to distill some Essentia, and I actually know something that might work perfect for that. Do you still have... Oh, you do! Hell yeah! So we have something perfect sitting right here to get this guy up and going. Also, I should probably finally move all my potatoes. I love my potatoes. Life is potato. Anyway. So, to get this guy going... Oh, I need some coal. Whoops. Good thing I've got my grapple hook. Dude, the grapple hook is actually really nice for, like, moving around bases. Like, I'd be really curious. Like, I would love to see someone make, like, a treehouse, like, base that focused on having the grapple hook to get around. Oh, man, that'd be so cool. I kind of did something like that for my my private expert series for Feed the Beast Infinity. I just kind of checked it out in my own time. And I made kind of like a base that you needed luminizers to move back and forth around. It was kind of cool. I never actually got to the point where I put up the luminizers, but that was the idea. All right, so anyway, to use this guy, I mean, it's the same as Thaumcraft 4. So if you're experienced with Thaumcraft 4, this is all going to be very familiar to you. So, and again, I'd imagine that you are already familiar with Thaumcraft if you're watching these videos. But if not, I mean, it's as easy as throwing these sugar canes in here. This smeltery is going to melt the sugar cane down to grab all of those aspects in there. The herba, the aqua, and the air. Now, for the purposes of this build, we don't actually need the air, but that's all right. Also, I should note that this thing has a pretty significant loss. I think its efficiency is only about 80%, so we're not always going to get, because it's only 80%, we're not always going to get each and every one of those aspects. As you can see, we only have one herba, which kind of sucks, a bunch of aqua, and a little bit of air. Hopefully we get some more herba here soon, because I think that's actually the thing that we needed the most. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, so we only need 8. So anyway, we can let these guys fill up. I think they max at 64 of each aspect. But that's actually why I have 3 Arcane Olympics. You can do just 1. You'll just have to sit here with your warded jars constantly pulling stuff out, which can be not fun. Not fun at all. All right, so we're going to let this guy go. I'm going to toss some more sugarcane in there because we need quite a bit more. So actually, let me run down here and grab more sugar. Oh, that was all my sugarcane. Oh, no! Now, there's actually some really, really cool methods to go about moving around the Essentia up there that don't involve golems anymore. In fact, from what I've seen and read, you no longer use golems to move around the Essentia. Before, you would need golems to, the golems would have their warded jars. They walk over here and pull that stuff out and then go place it in the warded jar that it belongs in. But now it's a little different. I haven't actually had the opportunity to explore it too much myself because I think the stuff that I need is kind of late game up here with the Essentia aerial Essentia. This, oh man, that right there is the automation right there. The Essentia transfusion, aerial Essentia. We'll get to that point eventually, probably in the next episode, because I'm probably going to kind of cruise through Thaumcraft to get to the late game stuff, so I can kind of check it out and have some fun. But for now, though, let's make sure that this guy is still going. All right, good. We have more than enough to go ahead and get this started. So what I'm going to do is grab my warded jars and right-click each place. Each alembic. There we go. So now I have that 24 herba, 26 aqua, and the air in the adjacent warded jars. Now, my design for this building actually required that these warded jars sit up here. So this is also an opportunity for me to kind of see if my build is going to work. I'm pretty sure it can pull from there. That's like super close. I mean, if you remember from my modded Minecraft series, the infusion altar was actually able to pull from like multiple levels. Like I had all of my jars and golems working on the floor above my infusion altar setup, and it was able to pull even without using the Essentia mirror, which was really cool. So all that should work perfectly. I, however, need to double check to make sure I have everything I need. So I need 1 piece of diamond, great wood planks, and 2 water shards. Oh wow, dude, I have exactly 2 diamonds, because I think I need a diamond for the shovel as well. Actually, we can look real quick. Okay, so 2 earth shards, a diamond, and some great wood planks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm scroll down like, oh my goodness. Are you serious? I don't have any. Actually, I should bring all of these over here. There's no reason not to. Yeah, okay. Let's run back over there. I've got great wood planks in the chest back here, so I don't need to grab any of that. I really love this setup. Like, so long as this works properly, oh man, this building's going to be so cool when it's done. Okay, so let's actually toss some of these shards away. I'm not sure which. There's a lot of Sterling engines in mods. I'm pretty sure he's talking about. No. From what mod? Because I can't think of what it comes from off the top of my head, so I'm just kind of hoping I get a response. So Thaumcraft gets check. Buildcraft. Nah. Oh, actually, yes. I'm pretty sure if there is no water tank inside the engine, it will only overheat and explode if it has nothing to do, i.e. it's just sitting there fapping off, doing nothing but producing power. Yeah, I think maybe just the combustion engines from Buildcraft blow up. The Sterling engines, I think, will just run until they have nothing to do, and then they'll just overheat and shut off. Like, basically just make sure that they always have something to do. Oh, nice. Finally got an upgrade. I actually ended up losing my living. I lost a lot of stuff. I'll just throw that out there. I've pretty much had to redo my entire inventory, and I haven't got my health buffs back yet, man. I'm so sad. But, I mean, I got the quick feet and the knockback resistance, but I want my health. It was so nice having 2 bars of hearts. All right, so let's set this bad boy up. Double check to make sure. I want to do the axe first. So in the interest of symmetry, what I'm going to do is nothing, actually, because I don't think it really matters, because it's super, super, super low instability chance. Now, the only downside is if anything gets lost, or if my diamonds get lost, I'm going to be kind of screwed. Diamonds, great wood planks. Keeping in mind that symmetry is key. So my symmetrical, everything is on the left, on the left, on the left, on the left. Okay, good, good. And then in the center, I have my Thaumium axe to act as the catalyst. And now I just need to go blah, blah. Nice. Awesome. It is pulling from up there. Cool. All right, so we kind of see. Actually, I guess it can. Yeah, it's pulling. No problems. No problems so far. It's grabbing the wood. Oh man, now it's grabbing the diamond, and I think just like that we have nice an axe of the stream, dude. That's so awesome. I mean, it's gotten a lot. I remember it being actually kind of complicated to do the infusion stuff, just because the framework for it, the code for it, and everything was still kind of new. But man, over the years, Asinor has perfected this process. Man, I love it. So finally, I have myself an axe of the stream. I mean, it works just like pretty much you would expect any modded axe. It allows you to very swiftly and easily chop down trees. Except the best part about it is that you can just keep sitting here chopping the same bit, and eventually you'll have the whole tree. And I think if you right-click, maybe not. I could have swore there was a way to actually speed this process up. I'm willing to bet that there is a way to speed this process up. I just don't remember the keyboard commands. But it's still really nice. You fucking get out of here. I'll chop you with my axe. And with all Thaumcraft tools, if you hold shift, they revert to just standard basic, like normal tool mode. Which is why I decided to go ahead and make the axe of the stream over the bound axe or the bound shovel. It's because the bound tools tend to be a little bit, like, ridiculous. But yeah, axe of the stream, hell yeah. And I actually think the axe of the stream does other stuff. Maybe I need some dirt. But I believe it'll actually place blocks for you as well. That's what that right-click animation is. Is it trying to place blocks? And I believe it places the block that you're looking at. So, anyway. Anyway, now let's do the same thing with the shovel. As always, everything on the left to make sure that there are no issues. Now, left or right, it doesn't matter. Just everything needs to be symmetrical. That is all. And... oh, wait! Alright, good. I stopped it. Thought I had to stop it. I forgot I didn't go through and make sure that we had all the proper aspects. Whew. So hopefully that didn't piss off the environment too much, because doing stuff like that tends to cause flux and taint to be released into the atmosphere. So let's double check, make sure we're good. Our taint's getting a little high, but that's all right, because I have methods to go about cleansing the taint, which we will look at in the future. Just not for now. Later. Okay, so let's pick up our jars and empty these guys out. I'm probably going to need to make more jars. Alright, Thaumanomicon, what are we doing? How are we doing this? I keep forgetting it's easier to just hit you. Okay, so we need earth, or terra, and we need this, like, tool aspect, which I could probably get that from tools, so let's go take a look. So in the interest of time, I went ahead and got this stuff distilling. I found crafting tables are actually a fantastic way to get yourself some Fabrico. There's 4 there. 4 for freaking 4 pieces of wood, man. That's pretty damn good. And I also use dirt. Very simple. Dirt for the Terra. That was the easiest find ever. So I made a bunch of crafting tables just to make sure that we get all the... whatever that's called. I just said it, Fabrico. But it doesn't look like we're going to get any. Are you serious? Alright, well, regardless, we've got some Terra. And, really? Did you really burn through all of that without actually giving me any Fabrico at all? That's actually horrible. Okay. Okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure you can't see what's in here without the, yeah. Just a side note. That's okay, we can make labels for these. Yeah. We can make labels and mark it all up and look super nice. Dude, where's my Fabrico, man? Hello? Wait, Maybe I just burnt up a crap ton of dirt, and that's the issue that I'm having right now. There we go. There's a little bit. Nice. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I just burnt up a ton of dirt, and it took a while for it to actually get to the Essentia that was coming from the crafting bench. Because remember, it's all like the same thing in there. It's all kind of a mishmash mix of all the different types of Essentia that you've tossed into the smeltery to get melted down. So it does tend to come out a little slow. That's why we have this stuff, though. I don't know why I jumped down there. There we go. So this should be good. This is going to continue on emptying itself out. But we should have everything that we need to make ourselves, yep, our shovel. Let's do it. Let's do it, and then we got to close out the episode, man. It's getting a little bit long. Again, there's no, like, super special way to do this. I know is that you need to make sure that it's symmetrical. Other than that, it's fine. Having all the different pedestals. So there's that, and go. And again, the instability on this is extremely low, so I think it said negligible. Yeah, negligible. So we don't need to worry about any of this stuff getting messed up or breaking, or I mean, we might occasionally get zapped by a little bit of lightning, you know, but I think that's it as far as issues. There, a little zap. Nice. And now we have the shovel of the earth mover, and it does exactly what you would expect. It moves the earth. Except, see, the shovel of the earth mover actually... Oh, okay, so it's the shovel that does the placing of the blocks. Isn't that cool, dude? I like it. Wow, and you hold shift, you can see exactly where you're going to place it. That's pretty neat. Ah, I did not mean to do that. I'll have to look up exactly. I know you can, if you hold, I think it's G. Yeah, there you go. You can change the size and orientation and all that fun stuff. Very cool. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and close out the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Took a quick little look at infusion crafting in Thaumcraft 5. It's very much still the same. Just the way you go about moving around the Essentia is a little bit different, which admittedly we didn't explore that too much this episode. We just kind of looked at the Essentia smeltery and the Arcane Olympics and how they're pretty much the same as they were in Thaumcraft 4. But as we push forward, as I start moving through my Thaumonomicon a little bit more, I'm trying to get towards the end game stuff. You know, like this up here, the Essentia Transfusion, Aerial Essentia, and stuff like that. So be sure to look at that next episode. Next episode, I'm going to try and get some proper Essentia tubage and transfusion and all that cool stuff up. And we also might touch on how to kind of limit the destructive power of Taint through the use of the Ethereal Bloom. Hell yeah. Although I'm not sure how I'm going to get 16 video. That is where I'm kind of like, what? What? But we'll see. I've got this bottled Taint thing I went ahead and finished up as well, which, like it says, why would you want this? There are reasons to have it. But anyway, like I said, thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Feed the Beast Unstable. Quick look at 189 mods and all the cool stuff that we have coming down the line. So if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to drop that like. Be sure to drop that favorite, too, if you really enjoyed the episode. And if you're not already, be sure to subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys. I've been Lanolin, and I will see you next time. Bye.